30 years ago, I was on top of the world as a reporter for People magazine and the tabloids, covering some of the biggest stories of the 20th century. From Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt to being one of the first reporters on the O.J. Simpson story. In fact, I don't even remember my 40th birthday party, but I remember Oprah Winfrey's because I was there. And then the Columbine story happened, and it changed my life forever. Because Columbine was one of the lowest points in American journalistic history, in my opinion. A lot of people don't understand what happens when journalists are confronted with a tragedy like that. There's three phases. First phase is the news phase, but that goes pretty quickly. Most of the information is out there within the first couple of days. Then comes the fear phase. Scare everybody into thinking that this could happen to them. Then comes the worst phase of all, the blame phase. You gotta pin it on somebody, and sometimes it doesn't even matter who. In the case of Columbine, it wasn't just the shooter's parents that were blamed, but it was the victim's parents. Why didn't they know? Why didn't they do something about it before? Why couldn't they prevent it? And that was my unenviable job, to interview one of the mothers of the victims and essentially blame her. In the middle of the interview, she just broke down crying. And then she said, "Why do the journalists hate us so much?" Well, I couldn't go on. And I said very honestly, they don't hate you. They just know they can make a buck off you. And I told her to hang up the phone, to go say a prayer, and to be with her family and not talk to any of us anymore. Well, soon after that, I quit my job. I had no idea what I was going to do, really. But thank God, I wound up getting a book deal to write stories about people overcoming tough times through the love of others. That led to an introduction by former President George W. Bush and a special on Lifetime television. Well, the next thing I knew, I was getting other people coming to me and asking me to help them write their books. And a lot of these people wound up being business leaders. And they wanted to tell the world how they were making it a better place or helping people through their business. Well, after one or two or three of these people, I decided this was more than just one or two leaders or one or two businesses. This was a movement. And so a few years ago, I started the Center for Social Capital, where we believe that taking care of people is taking care of business. If you believe that and you're one of us, we'd love to hear your story and let us tell your story to the world.